Hey, what's up guys? This is a recording I took of Ben Sherman, as you can see on the right. He's facing Antony White on the left. Ben is piloting his famous Mermails, which he topped Nats at 2014. Antony has opted to go for Satellarknights. This was a semi-side event. It was in Comic Con during YCS London weekend. I think this was on the Sunday, the second day. Ben and I were just hanging around because we both were on the bubble and then got defeated. So we just decided to have a few fun games, and I managed to get this recording of him. Ben is playing for a chance to win a Dueluxe edition Judgment of the Light set. Antony is playing to keep his pride. He was playing on this table for the duration of Saturday and Sunday. Antony's a really good player. I spoke to him. He said he had about 3 to 4 losses over the entire weekend, something like that. He'd been playing all day, every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's really impressive that he'd only lost 3 or 4 times. But he is against the national champ with his Mermails. I think he wanted to just play Mermails for the weekend. Because it's a deck that he's top nats with it. He wants to just keep on running it as long as possible, as long as he can with the current meta, with all the shadows, Satellas, Burning Abyss running around. And it's just unfortunate he went on the bubble really early, typical Ben style, and he just lost out, I think, last round, day one. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this duel, so let's get into it. Antony gets to go first in this duel. He has a really strong board. He's got the Deneb. He had the Alpha from the Duality Search with another 3 sets. So we know he's got the Alpha. And there you can see Ben Sherman's turn. He summons the Spike to try and trigger something. He doesn't use his effect. He just tries to crash over the Deneb because he knows he's got that. Antony has that, obviously, the set Alpha, so it's met with a D Prism, which is unfortunate. In his main phase 2, he's got the Foolish to kind of try get things going for him. The obvious search would be Tidal, which I think he does. There you can see he goes for that, and then just to try to re-establish some board presence. But as you can see, it's kind of really in Antony's favour at the moment. He's got 4 cards in field, 1 in hand. Antony's got 3 in his hand, 1 set. And the set is instantly destroyed by Typhoon, so you can see that the pressure is really on for Ben. And there you go, Antony's just attacking, so he puts down Sherman's 6,500 life points, and he just passes. Ben's really on the back foot here. He's only got another set. It happens to be an Abyss Sphere, which is met by the Alpha, so Antony tributes his Deneb and draws 1 and negates the effect of Abyss Sphere. In his main phase 2, he's got the Altar to get the Deneb to get another Altar to hand, so he's basically just trying to extend his hand advantage that he's got at the moment, and go for next turn possible Altar play. I think that if you're about to see the move that I think changes the. You can see people taking photos there. There were a lot of watchers. This was quite a popular duel. I think this is the time that things start to shift in Ben's favour. The Dragon Ice in his hand on the summon of Rhapsody, and he has the infantry, but it doesn't have any targets. But that basically stops Antony in his tracks to get rid of the Tidal. He top decks the Tias. He had the Marksman in hand. It's kind of I'm not actually sure which one he topped, but it was kind of a lucky top for him. And the infantry targets the set Fiendish, which is responded by chaining it to Tias, so you won't get the search. But you can see quickly how things have started to shift in Ben's advantage. He has obviously the Tidal engraved, which he stopped Rhapsody from banishing, and he just summons it and attacks with both to put Antony down. I do not know how many life points, but there should be a life point counter on the screen. But Ben is definitely in the lead, and the Abyss Gaius just makes it extremely difficult for Antony to get out of the situation. He draws a Deneb. I didn't really see, but he's definitely on the back foot now. And this is what we're seeing in the meta. You can have a board and then just one card or two cards, and things can quickly change in the other player's favour. You can see Ben's now really relaxed. He knows that he's in control. I think here Antony's just trying to bait out the Gaius, but Ben just lets it go. I think it's a ukulele. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce that. Ukulele, something like that. Someone correct me. Ukulele ditches the Neb to the grave, and Antony's options are quite limited. I don't think the two set back row are going to be much use. Possibly one of them is a Call of the Haunted. I don't really know. I'm just trying to gain some insight into what Antony's thinking. But it's definitely a negative position for him to be in. And he's forced to just pass turn there with very few options available to him. Ben's in a really strong position. He's got the Dragon Ice and the Gaius face up, and he's I believe he top decked a Linz to an ultimate, but he's just going to attack, and he's just going to put some more damage on board basically and attack into the ukulele. He switches the Dragon Ice into defense. I'm not entirely sure why he did that. He could have just attacked more for game to try and game him a bit quicker, but I think he's not in a rush. Antony summons the altar, and Ben decides that that's the time that he's going to negate it with the Gaius. He either had the Lind in hand or he top decked it, and he just summons the Lind and crashes it for -200 to bring out the pike. The pike ditches the Atlantean Dragoons. You can see he was quite fortunate with his draws. He was lucky in that he topped the Teus, but I guess that's kind of the game. I think there was slight confusion in life point calculation. The Gaius attacks over for 1100 plus Pike's 1600 makes it 2700. That is enough for game. But it doesn't really matter. They're still playing into Antony's turn even though it's game. But Antony doesn't really top deck anything anyway. And you can see Ben's like, yeah, I've got the Undyne, I've got the next turn play. So even if he could clear his field theoretically, even though it is game, then he's got answers. So he's extending his hands. And you can see they're still playing, which is quite funny, but anyway, and Antony just realizes that there is nothing that he can do anyway, and will extend a handshake to Ben. So Ben won, and he gets his Deluxe Edition Judgment of the Light box, as you can see there. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the duel. Sorry about the narration, I was very tired, and I didn't realise the miscalculation about the life point difference, so if it did jump about a bit, I am sorry for that. And yeah, just leave your comments on what you thought of the duel. I thought Ben topped quite well, but there you go, that's the game. Somehow he won, as he always does. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.